Even first to you, what did you make of the mid-year budget update? Is it enough of a war chest to run to an election if the polls improve for the government?
Look, the government will spend whatever it thinks it needs to spend, as it did in the last election. The numbers have been prepared by Treasury, who are now, I think, batting none from 15 in terms of their budget forecast since 2007. These are pie-in-the-sky numbers that, you know, they have, and they say it themselves in the document. There are plenty of warnings, there are plenty of reasons that these numbers could go wrong. But look, they're the numbers the government will take to the election, and they'll pretend that there are rock-solid assumptions behind it. But Treasury's forecasting over the last literally 15 years gives you no confidence that these numbers are solid.
Fiona, the fact that you've got the Omicron variant, who knows what next, it does make assumptions a precarious business.
Yeah, look, I think Stephen is right there. There has been a lot of assumptions about the budgets where what has been handed down by, put together by Treasurer, the numbers put together by Treasurer have caught various treasurers of various persuasions out. And, you know, when you're talking about the price of coal or the price of various other commodities in Australia being a commodity economy, these things become very challenged. But, I mean, if we do take the budget for the numbers that are put before us, I mean, there are some positives going into the forward estimates, positives in and around inflation. I mean, also looking at some of the numbers coming down from some of the banks about interest rates, maybe, you know, towards the end of next year. I mean, and how that's going to go for, I guess, where Australia's at versus the United States. So, I mean, one thing I think we can take a lot of pride for as a nation, after 2 years of COVID, our economy seems to be able to bounce back after all of these variants. That, you know, it's not something that you want to have built in, but we've learnt to deal with this pandemic, both in a health perspective, but also our economy as well. And I think that's not just, I mean, probably not a good Liberal here, but I think it's not just not just the government that needs to take credit here, but also the Australian public.
Well, the jobs rebound was extraordinary today, down to 4.6%.